Here we go. Picks from Joe's on the road in Howell, Michigan. Just about an hour north and west of Detroit. Let me get this shared. Okay. Back in the agony. All right. Let's get this shared. There we go. All right. So here we are. Come on, get that out of there. Sorry for the grainy picture. On the road, there's just the lighting in this hotel room is a little sucky. Let me see here. I think I can get a little more. Yeah, that ain't that. That's about useless. So the lighting's a little sucky in here. Oh, Dodgers with the solo home run. There we go. 2-1, top of the second. I think this could be an incredible World Series. Incredible. Don't forget, if you sign on here, there is a chat window. It's pretty easy for me to see. It's a little easier than Periscope, actually. So I can see what's going on. You can obviously comment. So here we are. We're going into homecoming week. You got some Thursday night football for the Big 12. Let's see what we've got here. I'm working on one monitor and off my phone, so bear with me a little bit. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So everybody's in play this weekend. We got no bye week. Our beverage of the evening, a little Glenfiddich. That right there is after having some. That was a really healthy form down at the bar downstairs. That was like the bottle fell over in my glass with no a lot of bars, they got the filter on the top, the pour control thing. They've got to do it maybe once or two. When you do it twice, they really want to give you a double or something. This is just a straight up bottle. She took the top off and it was like down into the glass. I was like, wow, I'm going to have a fun time. So anyway, all 10 teams in action, no buys. You've got a Thursday game, which I think is pretty intriguing. Baylor at West Virginia. I mean, you've got a lot of intriguing games. Maybe save the last, well, not the last one, but one of the afternoon games, I think is just going to be shit. It's going to be trash. But you got Baylor, West Virginia Thursday night, and then 3 out of the 4 games on Saturday should be fairly entertaining. So there's no over-unders out yet on any of the games, even the Thursday night game. There's no over-under on it yet. I wanted to do this tonight. I'm on the road, obviously, with work, as a lot of you know. I travel for work, and I'm anticipating tomorrow night could be. I might be involved in some work-related stuff. So here for anybody that doesn't know, I work for a software company and they sell it, and now I'm the project manager and I go out and implement the software with the customer. So you're doing data work, you're discovering their processes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we take them all the way. We train them. We deal with their data. We figure their processes out. We convert their data. We get them live on the software and support them for like a week or two after that. And then we hand them off to our regular support and we're on to our next project. And so most of the time I'm on the road, I'm dealing with my stuff. But we do occasionally, for our go lives, there'll usually be at least 2 of us at a go live. So you got to have somebody who can kind of be on the floor to deal with just general process software questions. And then you have another person who is focused on, hey, is there a piece of data we need to clean up, or we may need to make a change to like a form that's printing out, that kind of thing. So I'm that second person on a go live this week for one of our other project managers. So I'm just helping out. And we have a customer that's pretty pain in the ass with security. They're actually a publicly traded company. And it's one of the first times we've run into this where, because they're a publicly traded company, a lot of their network security requirements are just nuts. They're just, it's crazy. So anyway, I can work when I'm there. They just got me connected today so that I could actually work while I'm on site doing some things if I needed to. But outside the place, the project manager who's responsible for this is the only one that can get into their system remotely. So I'm pretty much useless. I've been doing some cleanup on my own, but I'm imagining that tomorrow night we could be doing quite a bit of stuff to try to prep for Thursday, which is the day we need to walk away, and they're never ready for us to do that. So I'm imagining that I'll be dealing. I was afraid I was going to be dealing with some of that and not be able to get this in. So, and I travel on Thursday, so I wouldn't be home till Thursday night. I'm not going to be doing this on the plane. That'd be great, right? So I figured I'd sneak this in tonight. So anyway, so first and foremost, we got a game Thursday night. We got Baylor at West Virginia. It's going to be on Fox Sports 1, FS1. Again, no over-unders. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern time Thursday night. West Virginia's ranked 13th, 5-1 after that loss to lost to Iowa State. Baylor's 4-3. West Virginia's favored by 13.5. Honest to God, this feels like kind of like I look at that line and I go, wow, Baylor's been playing decent. West Virginia shit down its pant leg at Iowa State. How about we jump on that, Baylor bandwagon there and take the points? And then I'm thinking, after getting drubbed, I'm thinking Dana Holgerson's, I don't know. I think West Virginia might come out and just absolutely crucify Baylor. Baylor's defense is no good. Their defense is no bueno. All right. Like, they've been no good from the get-go. Not like Oklahoma State that, supposedly was good for a little bit and now looks a little suspect. Their defense has been shitola the whole season. So I think West Virginia runs up the score. Baylor's got a good offense. So can they, kind of keep up? We'll see. West Virginia, I mean, it's just, I would almost say, I'd be willing to say, I think West Virginia get after them. A night game in Morgantown, I think they could get with them. And they need to. All right, at 5-1, that means they're what in the conference? I don't have this up in front of me here. Let's see if I can get it up here without blowing too much up. Oh, here's my boss. Let me decline this and I'll call him back. There we go. So let's take a quick peek. And come on, Hotel Internet. Here we go. Hotel Internet. Where's my NCAA score standings? This is what West Virginia's third. It's technically tied with OU for second. Yeah, technically they're tied with OU for second. Both OU and West Virginia with one loss, both 3-1 in the conference, and so West Virginia really needs to come out and play well in this game. So I'm going to say that I kind of anticipate that happening. I think they come out and they get after Baylor. Baylor's defense no good. I think they'll have a hard time keeping up. So Saturday, we have one noon game, noon Eastern, Texas Tech at Iowa State. Good game. ESPN2. This is a really good game. Iowa State's given up 3.5. This has the makings of a good game. I have no idea. I think it will be low scoring. Right? I think this is going to be believe it or not, it could be a defensive battle. I think I lean a little bit towards Iowa State here. They have the momentum. They're playing well. Quarterback's playing well. Their defense is obviously playing well. I lean a little bit that way, but I tell you what, I just think this is going to be a hell of a football game. All right. Love, hate them, whatever. Texas Tech in Ames. I'll be tuning in for that. Thank God the wife's got her sale going on, because I'm going to be watching all of that game on Saturday. And like I said, I don't know that I really have any real. I think it's a complete toss up. It'll be low scoring. Might be like, not low scoring like 17-14. Like it'd be low scoring, like maybe 28-24 type of a thing. Okay, I don't think it's going to be like a 40-something to 30-something type of game. Could be wrong. Then you got 2 afternoon games. One of them sucks. The other one sucks, but it's intriguing. Okay, so you've got TCU going to Kansas. All right. Sean Robinson is out, season-ending surgery, and their most dynamic offensive player, Turpin, out. And I think, I haven't seen any tweets of late, but I think the last thing I heard that he was actually kicked off the team. Okay. Couple of, they had a thing back in March that kind of flew under the radar for them. It was one of those deals, and a couple of people on Twitter were confirming that, they could see how that initial thing back in March flew under the radar, but something happened again that then we dig into it and we find out. And he was pretty quickly suspended, and I believe he was kicked off the team. I think that's what I saw. Again, not really that's what I saw. So you had TCU with their backup QB, who did okay against OU. It's not like he tore it up. He was only 7 of like 17 or something, and his big play was to Turpin. That was his big play. So backup QB, no Turpin, on the road at Kansas. I don't care how good their defense is. All right. Kansas got a decent defense. That TCU's favored by 13.5. Personally, I am all over Kansas, and take those points. I mean, this could be a 10-3 game. Okay. This could be that kind of a game. And if TCU fumbles around, they could lose. You think about this, right? Their most dynamic player is gone, and their starting quarterback is gone, although he was really not having a good season. So I actually think I'd be all over Kansas and take those points. 3:00 Eastern on FS1. I definitely will be watching that game, right? As shocking as it is to say. Now, the other afternoon game is a 3:30 Eastern kick. It's Kansas State at OU, Oklahoma by 25. I just don't see any way that this is just an absolute circus blowout. Okay, come on. OU ended up getting after TCU's defense. And TCU's defense is no joke. All right. Even with a couple of injuries, they're still no joke. They're well coached. I think OU just eviscerates K-State. So that's just a horrible game. And then we get to the game. Oh my God. I don't even know what to think or feel about this. Number 6, Texas in Stillwater. Screwiest line on the planet. Texas given 3.5. We don't know which quarterback is starting for him. Poll I ran, this week with, not a couple hundred responses, but pretty strong. I think about just under 60% of fans saying that no way there's no way we're going to see a new quarterback against Texas. And I don't even mean start, like no way we're going to see a new QB. So it's Taylor Cornelius, and let's see what the offense rolls out there. Gundy's saying we're not doing anything different. We're preparing just like we always have, blah, 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 blah. You've got a season teetering on the brink. And I would say I think the defense has a chance. I mean, Texas offense is not dynamic. even if Ellinger starts, okay, he's hurt, he's playing hurt, and it's not like they're like OU, okay? It's not like that's their OU's offense, okay, or Texas Tech's offense. They'll probably grind it. They're physical. I think they're gonna beat Oklahoma State up, but the defense has a chance to, and the nature of Texas and their offense, I think there's a chance that it's not like they're gonna run up 40 points in the first half or some stupid number, right? So 8 o'clock Eastern, ABC national game. Oh my God. What the hell goes on here? If the assumption is you don't see a new QB at any time in the game, right? You got to see something different from the offense. You got to get into those two-back sets and the diamond, and you got to take the pressure off Cornelius and get into those short and intermediate passes, which he generally handles well. I don't get it. I don't understand. So it's going to be interesting to see. Number one, if they do anything different, right? So obviously Cornelius probably is going to be, he's going to trot out there to start. Okay, there you go. And then just see if the offense does anything different. I just see if the defense can manage not to give up big plays and get off the field, right? So we don't want to give up big plays, but we play pressure because we're trying to get off the field, get a team behind the chains and get off the field, but then we give up a big play. So it's like, what are you going to do? Are you going to have the corners and the safeties not play as aggressive? Okay, play press, but don't really get in their face. Go with them down the field. Try to keep them in front of you. Can you do that and still have some pressure you get up front? I don't know. It's so hard to say. Oklahoma State's going with throwback jerseys. Fantastic. That's great. Barry and the War Pigs are going to be there. What kind of crowd are you going to have? It is night in Boone Pickens. So you got a chance for the place to be pretty live. But I'll tell you what, if OSU comes out looking like they did against Texas Tech or even Iowa State, where they're kind of stumbling around a little bit, they're not looking really, there's a difference. And you know what the eye test is? There's a difference. You can see a team come out and sort of find their way down the field early against Texas Tech. It's like they kind of found their way down the field, but every time they got the ball, you were kind of like, are they gonna be able to keep this going? You're not 100% sure. Versus they just went down the field like there wasn't anybody there, and hey, we're going to be able to do this. Kind of like that first drive against Iowa State, right? Where they kind of went right down the field and they're like, hey, what do we got? And then they managed to shit down their pant leg with that. So it'd be very interesting. I think Carson Cunningham is absolutely 100% on this, right? If OSU comes out and looks lethargic or looks unimaginative, or Taylor Cornelius is not sharp, I can guarantee you by the end of the first quarter, the natives will be restless, and this will not be a pretty thing at homecoming. Okay. So I really hope for Gundy's sake and for the team's sake that whatever they do, they can have some success. I'm praying that Gundy and Yursich have some wrinkles that work well. Don't get stupid. There's no need to get stupid like, double pitch reverse nonsense. You don't need to do that. All right. I think it's pretty well detailed that you have a lot of opportunities in this offense that people that break down this stuff for a living are looking at going, why aren't you doing it? You're really not stretching the boundaries with this offense. And we sit there and talk about let Cornelius do the short and intermediate passing, and then we're going to hear about, but we go deep. It's what our offense is predicated on. So I don't know. I mean, I personally, I don't feel any juice for this week, personally. Okay, no juice. It's all anticipation. My anticipation is they're not going to look drastically different. Okay. I mean, if they do, I don't think they'll stay with it, or they'll start, boring and then do something kind of like they did again against Kansas State, where they all of a sudden they went to multiple back sets and they're like, boom, 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 right down the field. And then they don't go back to it. And then they go back to it and they score. And then they don't go back to it. So I have absolutely zero expectation of OSU coming out and looking like, oh my God, where did this come from? I just my full expectation is for them to come out and look like a bottom half of the Big 12 type team. That's my expectation. Texas is not the number 6 team in the country. For God's sakes, who are you people voting on this? Okay. Texas fans don't think they're the number 6 team in the country, even with Sam Ehlinger, people. All right. Any Texas fan with a lick of sense knows they're the number 6 team in the country. Oklahoma State's in the top 25, right? And they're not. So, is Texas even a top 10 team? Nah, I don't know about that either. But I mean, they beat OU. They played OU's got zero defense, but they beat OU. You did that. You kudos, credit. But they're not the number 6 team in the country. So that really doesn't even have luster for me. So it's like, for me, my full expectation is Texas is going to come in, and regardless of who they have at QB, it's going to be the slow grind of death. They're going to pummel us. They're way more, they're bigger and physical and whatever. They're just going to grind us up, and we may stay in the game for a while, but more from it's a low scoring game perspective versus we're actually accomplishing something. So I really have no juice for this game. I'm juiced for my jersey. I ordered that jersey. I'm gonna tell you right now, that button was hot. My finger was hot when I finally found the link to go buy that thing, that Sanders throwback jersey. I got a notification. I should have it Thursday or Friday. Hopefully that's correct. I got a thing from Nike saying they had to push the ship date, but I got a shipment notification from FedEx. So we'll see. I'll be disappointed if that doesn't show up. But now, saying Oklahoma State doesn't look all that drastically different this week, I think there could be a hell of a lot of conversation after that. Okay, but we'll discuss that later. I guarantee, if they look like trash this week and Gundy doesn't make any changes, then you're looking at the last 4 games as you got to win 2 of those 4, and you have to do something different. You have to. And you're within the red shirt rule now, right? You're looking at, I could play a guy, I could sure enough play a guy and save the whole red shirt thing. And and that's the part I don't understand. Play to win. Play to win. I don't care. Gundy's comment that, oh, we don't have, if we thought we had somebody who, would make us better, we'd start playing him. I'm going to tell you what, even if Drew Brown or Spencer Sanders in your mind is no better than Taylor Cornelius, but if they're equivalent to Taylor Cornelius, in Gundy's own words, you don't know how they're going to react in a live game situation, right? So if in practice you're looking at it going, okay, well, they're getting pretty close. The gap between them is really starting to get narrow. Put a guy in a game and see what happens. Dude might have the magic. Okay, come on. It's just I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, Gundy, if you want to do coach speak, just do it all the time, but don't say stupid shit. Come on. You know, we're not. Maybe you don't give a crap. I get it. You don't give a crap, but you can't act like you don't give a crap. You can't act like you're aggravated because you're irritated that you got to deal with us, right? You got to deal with us. You got to deal with the media. You got to deal with Bill Haston, all right, who's not going to put up with your shit. Okay, he's been around too long. He knows the deal. You're going to be Mr. Hokey. That's great. But then when things get tough, you're going to have to answer tough questions. That for $5 million, you better sack up and deal with it. Okay. Don't start being Mr. Pissy because you're the mayor of Stillwater, you know, the governor of Oklahoma State University. Bullshit. Okay. Deal with it. Right. No, you just, it's going to be fascinating to me. You know, couple of dings up, you know, let's see how guys come out if they're healthy, feeling healthy. See what they do with Justice. I don't know. It's, you know, you don't want to overburden Justice Hill. Well, fine, but you still have Hubbard and King. Give them touches, right? Because it's not about one guy getting all the touches. It's about how many times we're going to run it, how many times we're going to pass it. How many times, you know, are you going to give those guys touches on short plays that really are pseudo runs, you know, pseudo rushing attempts? I'm getting to the point of frustration where I don't give a shit. Like, here we go. We're going to watch this same shit this coming weekend. Or here's the flip side. Let's say they come out and all of a sudden you see all this dynamic crap and you're like, where the hell was that? Right? So it's almost like there's a no-win at this point because Gundy is dicked around to the point where he may be forced to do something, and he does something and it's successful, and you're sitting there going, why the hell didn't you do that earlier? Are you that piss poor a judge of what you need to do? So I don't know. Pretty good slate of games, right? One crap game, I think. OU blows out K-State. But I think all the other games have potential for some intrigue. All right. So everybody travel safe. Enjoy some nice fall weather. And if you're messing around homecoming, be careful, be safe, drink responsibly, right? Meaning not telling you not to drink. Just don't do it and start driving cars or some type of operating power equipment, right? Everybody have a good one. Go Pokes, get your jerseys. They're fantastic. I can't wait to get mine. Everybody have a great weekend.